Bradley's Law is named after Bradley Haas, the unarmed security guard killed last month in a shooting at New Hampshire Hospital. It would authorize the courts to report someone to the federal background check system if they've been involuntarily committed to a mental health facility, found not guilty by reason of insanity, or found incompetent to stand trial and found by the court to be a danger to themselves or others. Representative David Muse, one of the bill's sponsors, says there have been a lot of hands involved in the drafting of the bill, including people with New Hampshire Hospital.
It's really not about keeping guns out of the hands of people who have a right to them. It's really more of an effort to keep guns out of the hands of people who either don't have the right to them or who've proven that they're a danger to themselves and others.
Those individuals would be able to file a petition to get their right to possess a firearm back after about 6 months.
This is not that different from many other states' provisions. There's some paperwork involved, and a court takes a look at the paperwork and any other evidence that comes up.
Lindsay Nichols, the federal policy director at Giffords Law Center, says almost every other state has enacted a reporting law like this.
The only states that have not tackled it so far are New Hampshire, Wyoming, and Montana.
Bills will start coming up in the legislature within the next couple of weeks. Even though this was one of the last bills that was filed, Representative Muse says he wouldn't be surprised if it's one of the first to be addressed. We're live in Concord. Hannah Cotter, WMUR News 9.